I feel like our biggest issue on this planet, after we get something like enlightened for a minute, whenever we already accept the thought that we are one with God and the universe, and we are the universe, and just dissolving in this feeling of peace and eternal love. The biggest issue after that is just how easy it is to get consumed by the cycles where you believe or at least act like you're just a human and not an eternal being. You forget about that and you get, well, you just move into the opposite direction, and that's when anxiety, stress, or other normal states for human can take over. But you don't really have to. In order to stay in this state of being oneness with God, with universe, and experiencing this bliss, you need to constantly remind yourself who you truly are. And I don't know, at least for me, it is like this. You gotta find your ways which make you remember that. And for me, for instance, it could be even spending time in nature. Because, well, of course, the truth is that even though we are infinite beings of light, we still are, on the other hand, here, living here on Earth and having this human experience. So we gotta keep the balance. And of course, whenever we deal with certain issues, anything really, we just gotta bring ourselves back. And as I mentioned, you just gotta find your ways. Maybe it's your favorite influencers who can remind you about that, and you listen to them. Maybe it's books. For me, it certainly is also one of my favorite ways of reminding and bringing myself back to that frequency. Maybe it's just you spending time in nature. I'm actually here in my favorite city, sort of, and I'm coming here to spend this time with myself and with nature and just remind myself about that. And the truth about therapy and our issues which we experience, well, I feel like we all have some. Somebody feels lonely, somebody struggles with there are different things, is that there are no issues at all. And that is the only truth. There is only this present moment, and there is only the possibility to accept it. And whenever you do, you become one with it. You just dissolve in it, and the more often you do that, the more often, well, the less anything can bother you. So this is just your tiny friendly reminder to wow, oh, I don't know if you could see that. It's beautiful. Doesn't matter. Yeah, just to bring yourself back into the present moment and become one with the universe, one with being. It doesn't necessarily have to be the God. You can call it source, you can call it everything there is, really, because well, you can understand it in your own way. It's just that you don't concentrate too much on yourself, your human experience you're having here, or the issues themselves. Just accept the fullness of being, and then just feel it. Yeah, sometimes you can have a morning cup of coffee and feel it. Sometimes you can have a walk in the city, in the forest. Sometimes you can listen to someone and have this aha moment. Sometimes you can read a book for that. Definitely for me, one of the books which made me feel that in the moment, and every time if I read it again, I feel this absolute bliss. It's The Power of Now. The Power of Now, by Eckhart Tolle. Recommend. But yeah, you really don't need to suffer. You can choose that, and that's completely all right. But if you want to try a different life, you can just more often start noticing the moment.